Well, I think this is somewhat particular in that this social mobility charity is really spearheaded by an incredible, inspiring individual.
My name is Tede Banjoko. I'm from Making the Leap, founder and chief executive. Making the Leap is a registered charity that's been going since 1993. We exist to raise the aspirations and increase the access to opportunities for young people from less advantaged backgrounds.
Making the Leap is a social justice charity. Our aim is to work with young people and equip them with the skills and confidence they need to succeed in the workplace and meet their potential. We also work with employers who are looking for that talent but wouldn't necessarily find it if they're looking in the usual places.
It's all about making sure that they are at the start line to be able to apply for really sought after positions that they want for themselves that are going to be life-changing, not just for them but also their families as well.
We came up with the concept of a Stepstone Scholarship Program, whereby we invite a cohort of about 20 young students every 6 months into our offices. And they get prepped by this incredible Making the Leap team for about 3 to 4 weeks before they come in. And they get hosted by one of our teams in the London office. Private equity, real estate, infrastructure, private debt. We take it in turns. This has been now going on for over 5 years.
To give them that exposure, to help them experience some of the thinking, for them to realize that they can be in the same environment as people that work for Stepstone is so important. Just some of the thinking that goes on, just some of the conversations that goes on is the type of things that they otherwise would never have experienced. And I think that's just incredible for them to have that exposure to.
The way that Stepstone has opened their doors and provided opportunities and chances to our young people has just been life-changing for all of them that have participated.
For me specifically, if it wasn't for this partnership, I wouldn't be here. Having exposure to an industry like ours, private equity, has made such a difference to my life. It's an industry that I didn't even know existed. It's an industry that I didn't even know I could work in. So the partnership and having exposure to the program and getting an insight into private markets completely opened my mind to what I could do and gave me the confidence to go for it.
Kind of a financial growth perspective, we'll find a lot of people who didn't necessarily have a traditional route to the seats that they sit in. And I think, it's important that we recognize oftentimes it's those with the longest journey to get into the interview room are the ones that work the hardest to get there.
I think we have to try and give back to the community that we live in. We spend a lot of time in infrastructure talking about a social license to operate. If a business is essential to society, then it has to have a social license to operate to carry on, to be viable.
It gives those businesses that are getting involved an exposure to some incredible young people.
I work as an ESG analyst at M&G PLC. I've been there for about 4.5 years now.
At the moment, I specialize in data privacy, and through Making the Leap, I gained a 3-month internship. Through that 3-month internship, it got extended to a paralegal role for 3 years. So I would never have been able to get into that industry without Making the Leap's help. So I'm super grateful for what they've done for me.
Even if those young people don't ever end up being employed by the host business, the difference those interactions make to those young people, it can really set them up and help them go to places and achieve things that they otherwise wouldn't have. And so it's making a difference to society in the most profound way.
I'm absolutely convinced that these kind of organizations exist across the world. And if the opportunity arises whereby various Stepstone offices can partner with groups that do have very strong ties to the local community and give access to less privileged people to experience what many of our own team members are fortunate enough to experience every single day, then I think that behooves us not only to do that for the local community, but just as importantly, I think it really helps educate our own team members as to the communities that they work in and live in every single day.